Awesome. I think this is finally going to work. Just 1 second. Trying to get everything just right. And hopefully you can now hear me and we can actually see what the gameplay is going to be like. I've recorded a little bit last night and a little bit before then. I know that I've not been able to use the microphone. I've got an older microphone that's a headset combo with a microphone, and it's just not the greatest, so I need to update that and buy a new one. But this will actually save me a lot of time if I can figure out how to live stream and it look okay. I've got a faster internet than I used to, and hopefully this is going to be okay. So let's look at the mods. I'm currently running without mods so that we could still get the like the trophies and stuff like that. I do like several of the mods, including the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. It helps out a whole lot, but we're just going to play vanilla, and that means we're going to have to start, at the very beginning, which isn't too bad. I know I've played with like a melee type character that's sneaky, and I still want to go with that type of character, even though it makes it a little bit more challenging for us. So enough talking, let's go ahead and jump in to a new game and see what we can get into. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this live, I will cut out this part if I decide to post this as an upload. Hopefully that makes sense. I want those that watched it live to have the full experience, but not have to sit through these long loading times either. If they watched it video. So.
War. War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
All right, so we got our creation right
War
here.
never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hon.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
So normally I like to play these games as a male character, but we are going to play as a female in this
My turn, big guy.
quick game of Fallout 4. That is, if I decide to keep this as a walkthrough. Got several different options here. I generally just go with the first one. And you can change the name of your character. Nora is the name of the character of your wife, generically. So let's change our hair and call it enough for her. Because I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time doing character creation. I do like the Miss Nora and Agent X. I think those are really cool. But we're going to go something more like, let's see, Femme Fatale. That would be cool. On the go, Rough Night. That could be interesting to go with. It's not the greatest of looks, but we could always change if we wanted to. Okay, let's go with Unscrupulous. I think that's what we want to go with.
You get a haircut yesterday?
And I'm not going to change anything else really, other than maybe the body. Let's make her a little smaller. Because I think it would be really cool to have a gameplay as melee type character, and it's a smaller female character. That'd be cool. Alright, I'm done with that. And I'm running on PC. I guess Nate is the generic male name. I'm running on PC and running at 920 by 1080.
Broken again. We really need to get those vacation photos developed.
But thanks for tuning in if you're watching.
I'm so proud of him.
Really just making sure that my microphone works. Awesome, it is working. It's great to hear.
How'd you get on the floor, Mr. Bear?
Yeah, it's
Wonder what
rare
show.
for you to hear my voice. I haven't been recording a whole lot of footage with my voice. So part of the reason is it's just quicker for me to record without saying anything.
Ah, good morning, Mum. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection.
Thank you, Codsworth.
Today's newspaper just delivered.
Might have a sip of this coffee here. Thank you, sir. Here's the newspaper. Boston Bugle.
More of the same.
Got some cigarettes and bourbon over
It's a
here.
little early to be drinking.
Let's take a look at the baby bottle. Excuse me, Codsworth. Codsworth is dancing or something over there in the corner.
Sugar bombs.
Oh,
100% daily value of
mistake.
sugar.
I shall attend to young
Okay. Codsworth,
I know we were nervous.
do
at
what you need
first.
to do.
I'm glad we got Codsworth.
Let's check out this dog bowl. Never gonna find that dog. And our recent law
On our
diploma.
late nights. It was worth it.
And our
Good old
husband, Nate,
US of A.
is a veteran, so that's pretty cool. And check out the Grognak the Barbarian comic.
Grognak the Barbarian and the Jungle of the Bat Babies.
Got a couple of things on the refrigerator here. Got looks like a shopping list. HVAC not working right now. Called
I don't know why they keep
repairman.
bothering you.
Get more sugar bombs. Several things you can look at in this game, and
Saddle
the
up Salisbury steak.
even as a vanilla
Plus,
gameplay like this one, it's really neat to see how much detail they put in the game. It looks good right out of the box, so let's open the door and make our character.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
Vault-Tec?
Vault-Tec? Remind me
Ooh,
again.
she's looking a little
Why,
rough.
we're about you, ma'am, and helping secure your future. You see, Vault-Tec is the foremost builder of state-of-the-art underground fallout shelters. Vaults, if you will. Luxury accommodations where you can wait out the horrors of nuclear
I
devastation.
think it was always my goal
You can't begin
to.
to know how happy I am to
I
find
hate
these
to talk
people.
over them. I'll talk
I've
later.
been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
I think it was always my goal to add commentary to these videos. With Fallout 3, I wanted to make sure that I was getting videos out more rapidly than I did with the first Fallout 4 walkthrough. And for me, it was easier to record and then add commentary. But this might be
Not going
a
to,
new way of
take
doing this.
Too much of your time.
What's so important?
Why, nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, ma'am, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket. If you'll excuse my language, the big kaboom is... It's inevitable, I'm afraid. And coming sooner than you may think, if you catch my meaning. Now, I know you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being, a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Okay, so we could tell them to go away, but really, at the end of the day, we're going to have to do this anyway. So let's go ahead and just say, sounds great.
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
Sure. Let's do it.
Little
Splendid.
blind faith there, just sleeping right in.
Now, let's see.
Okay, so as I've been playing the last couple of videos, been playing around with kind of a glass cannon melee type character. Let's see, Davida. We could do that. Davida. I used to work for Davida. It's a dialysis company. What about something like Diana? That works. But for strength, really, if you're going to make a melee type character, we are on survival difficulty. You really want to have agility and strength at 9, mainly so that you can get the rooted perk for strength and the blitz perk for agility. With those two combined, you can really have fun with the melee type build. And that's kind of what we're going to do a little bit. That really leaves you hurting for points. So what we're going to do is put them in luck. We're going to put 4 in luck right now, and the other 2 we're going to put in perception. So we'll have 9, 3, 1, 1, 1, 9, 4. This might not be a build for everyone, In fact, it makes it really challenging to play survival difficulty like this. But we'll give it a shot and see what we can
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
do. I mean, this game's a few years old, and it still looks really good.
But he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some
My dog in the background there
affection
says hello.
to be so good at.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be there in a second to help, okay?
Sure. You just sit there. I'll take care of everything.
My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, I fixed that mobile on his crib the other day. Why don't you give it a spin?
You give it a spin.
That's my boy, on his best behavior, just like his dad. Well,
I've also played a lot of Fallout
listen,
76
after
too.
breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir,
So this game takes place around Halloween time, at least this first part.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Followed by
Linux says hello again.
flashes, blinding
my dog.
flashes, sounds
That's my
of
boy.
explosions. We're trying to get confirmation. We seem to have
what?
lost contact with
What
our
did he
affiliate
say?
stations.
Love me some Fallout 3,
We
for
do
sure.
we do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations. In
And by the way, I have more Fallout 3 coming. I've got one Fallout 3 video finishing processing today.
Now!
I've got Sean. Let's go.
And I changed some settings around, so hopefully it's not too glitchy.
Evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
Yeah, I've got one Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 video getting ready to post tonight.
We're gonna die out here! We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Follow me.
And they've
what's gonna happen
updated
to all those people
Fallout
outside
4 a
the gate?
whole lot
Everything we can.
through the
Now
years,
keep moving.
graphically and gameplay.
Step on the platform in the center.
A lot of people like to skip this part. I kind of like this to play the game the way it was meant to be played.
All right, that's it. Send it down.
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
Oh my God!
This thing moves faster. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Sorry, my dog is having conniption. Think someone's at the door, but there's not. He's okay. So since we're playing on survival difficulty,
Made it.
we really need to be careful about disbarging into areas.
Everyone please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
Enemies are a lot harder.
We'll get
You have to
everyone
be
situated in your new home.
out of bed to
Vault
save.
111. A better future underground.
Yeah, I definitely want to go through and go through every corner of this game for sure.
Minute later.
No,
We don't.
Here's the overseer, by the way.
You're safe now.
So when we read the
Everyone,
overseer
just head
notes,
up
that's
these
what this guy
stairs
looks like.
Hey there.
Head inside. Just up the stairs there.
I do have a previous walkthrough on this channel. It's not finished, and it was on the old survival difficulty, which is now the very hard difficulty.
Just this way.
Female. Okay. Female.
Pick up a suit right over there.
Here you are.
Mail
Get in front of the line of Miss Abel there.
Right over there, please.
Hey.
Just step over to the table.
Step on up.
You'll need your suits before we can take you
Get our
further.
vault suit.
What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
As we know in our Fallout 3 walkthrough,
See?
all of these vaults
our new home.
have different experiments and
Oh, you're
things
gonna love
uh,
This is one of our most
that are
advanced facilities.
highly
None of those
unethical
aren't
and
great
dangerous and lethal a lot of times for
It's gone.
the residents.
Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father down in D.C.
How long do you think we'll be down here?
What if they
Oh,
can make
we'll
it?
be going over
If
all
Fallout
that
3 is any indication
Just
about
a few
how
medical
long this
items
game
we need to get
is,
through first.
you could spend hundreds of hours in this game, which I have. I think I'm close to about 350, which isn't as much as it seems like, because I
Just
also
step in
played
here
on
and
the
put your vault
PlayStation
Hey.
4 with
Just
this
step
game.
into the chamber.
It'll be okay. Mommy's right here. See? Honey? Could you help me?
Who's my little guy, huh?
Is it
I'm
me,
not
or
going
does the
far.
baby look maybe
I'll
black
just be over
or
there.
different
There
ethnicity?
she is, see? Mommy's not going far.
All set? Just
I'd
step
thought about
inside.
doing Fallout
You
3
all right?
Live,
ahead.
especially when
I
we're
just
just
wanna give Sean a
exploring
moment.
the wasteland. I've gotten to a point though where all I lack are the DLCs, and that
The pod
walkthrough will be over.
decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
Like that we're just blindly trusting
Secure.
this cryogenic thing.
Occupant vitals. Normal.
You know, the rumor was that Walt Disney was cryogenically frozen, but I don't think that's true. He was trying to preserve his life in case we ever figured out how to reanimate life like that. Just an urban legend. But like I was saying, Fallout 3, I only like the DLCs left and a couple of places to explore before being done with that game. Could do some live playing of Fallout 76, but I don't want to get too many irons in the fire just yet. So I definitely want to finish these Let's Plays that I'm starting, and not just leave it to, you know, never to be finished.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine. Come here. No. Come here. No. I got it. Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once. I'm not giving you short. God damn it.
It's crazy to me that he would shoot Nate that close to the baby if that's what they're wanting. Because he easily could have just killed the baby with shrapnel, and being that close to the gun. We'll learn a little bit more about Kellogg later on. We're about to have full access to move around and not be on rails as much. Isn't that right, Linux?
You're
My dog.
a release. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, God.
Yeah, he definitely
I'll find who did this.
puts a kink in things for sure. Maybe there's a special purpose for Sean that we don't know about yet. Alright, so there is a terminal over here, and it talks about the cryogenic array that we were in. It's offline currently, premature termination resulting in system failure. Isolated manual and remote overrides detected. Controls disabled. It talks about life support. It's offline also. And then you could go through and look at all the different individuals in the pods. We were in C6. Well, Nate and Sean were, and we were in C7. But if you go to like C3, Mr. Callahan, they all say the same thing. Deceased, cause of life, asphyxiation due to life support failure. But if you go to Nate and Sean, unknown, pod door manual override engaged. Pretty sure that's what they say about ours too. Unknown, remote override engaged. Yep. So all of those say the same thing. Now, in this game, unlike Fallout 3, it is important to pick up everything, every little piece. Let's say, why would you pick up a coffee cup? Well, in this game, you can break that down into the different components and build with it. That's something that made Fallout 3, when I'm playing Fallout 3, I'm picking up everything, and it's like, why are you doing that? Well, I think some of that goes back to Fallout 4. I'm used to picking up everything because it can be broken down. That is typical of any of these Fallout and Elder Scrolls games. They always have a ton of stuff you can pick up. Kind of the hallmark of their games. Usually there's a coffee cup, a couple of things over here, but you also get your first stim pack. Hey, and we got some pre-war money too. I like to collect random things in the games. Cool physics there, that fallen. Let me know if you want me to read these terminal text and things like that. I've read them previously in a walkthrough, but I think it's really helpful to know what's going on in the background. It says Vault 111 security instructions. Confidential. Security eyes only. Violation VTP 01011. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Security staff are responsible for maintaining installation integrity and monitoring science staff activity. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. Operations Protocol Manual. Resident Admittance. Upon activation notice from Vault-Tec, all personnel are required to report to the entry area and assist with admittance of Vault residents. Security personnel will maintain order and ensure that no personnel or residents attempt to evacuate the Vault. Research staff will be responsible for resident intake and escort each to the designed cryogenic pod. Residents not accounted for in the manifest should be asked to step aside and detained forcefully by security if necessary. Once all residents have been sealed into their preservation chambers, dispose of any detainees. Vault entryway must remain sealed under any circumstances. Pretty harsh. Let's go to staff duties. Science staff. Members of the research team must daily monitor the vital signs of cryogenically preserved residents. Cardiopulmonary and cognitive activity in particular must be recorded hourly. Life-saving intervention is only permitted if greater than 80% of the resident population perished while in cryogenic suspension and must not interrupt suspension. Independent research is encouraged and left to overseer discretion. I really appreciate you watching, and if you decide to come back, I appreciate that too. Hopefully this is something that you can watch later on if you decide to. Due to the nature of Vault 111, personnel will be expected to perform duties outside of their normal qualifications, such as janitorial duties and food preparation. The exact distribution of these roles is left to overseer discretion. All right. If you go back, you can look at the all clear and evacuation notices. So how long will they need to be in the vaults? All clear message. Following a nuclear event, Vault-Tec will monitor hazards such as radiation levels, enemy invasion, subsequent attacks, and other factors. Once conditions are deemed safe, this terminal will receive an all clear notice. Upon receiving the all clear notice, Vault-Tec personnel may be evacuated at overseer discretion. Disregard any notices from organizations or individuals not associated with Vault-Tec, including government and military. Residents are not to be disrupted or evacuated. Vault-Tec will attend to their basic needs once Vault 111 staff has been evacuated. So they were going to start the cryogenic pods, and then after a certain period of time, remotely access the pods to make sure everyone is living. Vault 111 is classified as a short-term assignment. Non-resident personnel are expected to carry out research duties and basic maintenance of the vaults while awaiting the all-clear signal to evacuate. In the absence of an all-clear message from Vault-Tec, the overseer may elect to evacuate staff at their mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment. Under no circumstance may Vault 111 staff evacuate during the shelter period unless receiving the all-clear message from Vault-Tec. You might have noticed that I've deleted a couple of videos on my channel of more live stream type stuff. We missed these security logs, and that's me trying to limit the amount of walkthroughs I'm doing on this channel. But thankfully, Fallout 3 is about over, and I can focus on Fallout 4 a little bit more heavily. October the 23rd, 2077. God, it finally happened. The world's over. Barely got all the residents inside. Not everyone made it. Now it's just the icebergs and us. I don't get it. Eggheads try to explain to me that keeping them frozen is a big experiment for a better future or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we're smiling at them all the time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? December the 25th, Christmas of 2077. Christmas Underground. Got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff and had a little party. Best gift that got handed out was Fancy Lady snack cake. It wasn't too stale. None of the scientists came. Overseer wasn't there either. Just don't get them. They're hiding something from us? Another company's secret only for the higher-ups? Whatever. Just a few more months until the all-clear is supposed to come through. Then we can start rebuilding. March the 14th, 2078. Only a few weeks left in the mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir-crazy. Some people are even saying the all-clear signal is never coming. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we've only had enough food left for another few months tops. The overseer keeps telling everyone to be patient, focus on work. But he's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on. I just know it. April 23rd. Main door accessing the vault exit is malfunctioning. Now the only way out is through the overseer's evacuation tunnel. How convenient for him. He has one of the science team watching the door into his office at all times from a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. And this is the last entry. No all clear from Vault-Tec is coming. We need to leave. We're all out of food and almost murdered Stanley for dropping a damn salt cracker on the floor. A handful of us confronted the overseer about opening up the vault. I never knew a man so small could shout so loud. Now that he's locked himself in the office along with the rest of the science staff, we're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. I've talked to everyone. It's time. One way or another, we're getting out of this vault. And that's where this this ends right there. I like the sign right here. Extermination is everyone's job. We should be ready to move on. Look how rusty everything is. Alright, we got our first enemy here. Since enemies are a lot tougher on survival difficulty, I'm going to utilize VATS a whole lot more. We did +3 sneak damage as we're sneaking up on them.
Giant roaches?
That's right, that's the first time that she's ever seen a rad roach. I guess had the instinct just to kill one. Alright, take these beer bottles. You can use them to fill up purified water. So we're going to be in need of purified water, as you have to keep up with a couple of things, including hydration and food, things like that. There's nothing in here, just a couple of beds and whatnot. You could utilize this sink if you want to. We have several bottles of water, and normally, let's see, let's double check something real quick. Let's go to settings, gameplay. Okay, it was on very hard. I'm sorry about that. Let's go back. It's on survival difficulty now. Adds additional challenges, including no fast travel, saving only when you sleep, increase lethargy, sickness, fatigue, and more. See the survival entry and the help for more details. Okay. Yep, we're going to accept that. Yes. Now, let's go back to the sink, and you can fill the bottle up, and it removes the beer bottle and adds purified water. So we're going to do that to make sure we have some extra water with us at all time. So it's not essential, but it's a good idea to pick up these beer bottles when you see them. Something different from very hard to survival. Let's go ahead and pick up the holotape in here, which is Red Menace, the game. Oversee your memo. Remember, the use of recreation terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, this privilege may be revoked. Enjoy responsibly. I don't know why I struggle on that word for so much. Okay, top 10. You got some top 10 scores of this. Let's play one little round of Red Menace. It's like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was a little bit before my time. Played a little bit, but not very good at this. It would be awesome to go through and get the high score on all these mini games, but really I just want to make sure everybody can see the main game. Pick up this suit here, and with this you can destroy like barrels, things like that. See, I don't think the jump clearance is high enough. Anyway, we'll come back to this game. Let's exit, and we're going to eject the holotape so we can play it later. Sweet. Now we can move on. Go back into sneak mode. It's like the electricity is going to take out that rad roach. Again, we're on survival difficulty, so the enemies are going to hit a little bit harder. Going to rely on VATS a little bit more. Squish these little bugs. So, one of the reasons that we put agility and strength all the way up to 9 is so that we can survive the
where is everyone?
The first part of this game and not just totally get whacked. I mean, we run a chance of doing that anyway, but we have less of a chance now. A little sneak attack damage there. Nice. Another problem is on survival difficulty is carrying items, because you're not able to fast travel. And normally when I play Fallout 3, I pick up everything in the area that I can, store it in a container, and then come back through fast travel. But that's survival difficulty limits you on that. You got to be a little bit more creative. Pick up this preserved pack of cigarettes. I try to pick up any preserved item that I can. Got some ammo for the 10mm pistol out there. And look at this, 7 bobby pins. That's the most I've ever gotten out of that. Sweet. Got some more ammo down here. And another 10mm pistol. We also have the cryolator in here, which is a project the Overseer was working on. We can't access it right now.
Nice. Coming back later for
it says the lock's too difficult, but we can pick up this Wonder Glue and a cigarette. Make something handy out of that. So anything else? Nope. Let's read the Overseer's terminal. Vault 111 Overseer instructions. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Okay, so we've read this before. But the part that we haven't read was, under no circumstances suspension to be disrupted. This includes the administration of life-saving measures. Your staff is also considered expendable. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Unused cryogenic pods are the preferred method for cadaver disposal, or dead people disposal. Cryolator. This is from the Overseer. I have long dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available in a portable, on-demand form. The cryolator is my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of the chemicals and components I need to tinker with the prototype. It's nice. It's a nice way to occupy the time as we wait for the all-clear signal. So that's pretty cool. A little insight into the cryolator. Operations Protocol Manual. We've read these. Overseer's Log. Let's find out a little bit about the Overseer. Preparations. The final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled, and several from Concord as well. Vault Tech supervisors came out this week to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time. I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of a future realized. October 23rd. It's happened. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby. The early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Resident admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it. Even the family that waited until the last minute. I guess that's us. I was worried that there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people. They must have been too overwhelmed to question the cryogenic pods. Systems malfunction. Strange issue today with Pod C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations, nothing life-threatening, but unusual. Realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. Cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault Tech's remote override systems may have sent out an errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. Only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. Supplies running low. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much more than that, and despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down here. If people think they can just leave when the 180 days are up, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone, and the vault seals are breached that early. The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. Can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all-clear. And we get the last one here, mutiny. A faction led by Sanctuary personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots! Will not open the vault door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting staff on lockdown. We're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. It's been too damn generous. I've been too damn generous with rations. If people don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. So it seems like the Overseer at one point believed in the experiments that they were doing, that they can really go forward in time by being frozen. It's open evacuation tunnel. Personnel evacuation tunnel is now open. Remind all staff to be orderly and follow shutdown protocols before exiting, resealing Vault 111. Please maintain all staff records and research. Report to your local Vault Tech superiors for debriefing and further instruction. Will do. Awesome. Now we can exit. Let's see if we can change our weapon out. Don't think we can right now. Let's see, because we don't have our handy dandy Pip-Boy like we normally would. Take that one down. Pass it around. Shoot the head off this little fella. Hungry fella. We'll take use of the pistols and things like that when we have to. Not really given a lot of choice on this. Boom. Got Eagle Eye over here. Taking them down one by one. Oh. Spoke too soon. I think in the previous walkthrough I did for Fallout 4, I didn't do VATS or stim packs at all. But again, the survival difficulty changed, and it was changed to this. So really, it's not the same. Not the same at all. So I definitely will be using VATS. Sweet. Let's get our Pip-Boy. And we're almost out of the vault. I appreciate you watching to this point. We'll wipe the dust off this little thing. It's like it's been sitting there for a little bit. What we got? Copyright 2075, Roco Company. Initiating. Alright. Now we have access to our Pip-Boy. As you can see, we've got 19. We do 19 damage with our pistol right now. Let's go to our inventory and favorite a couple of items. We'll do security baton as 2. That way I'll have easier access getting to it. Put on our eyeglasses. It adds 1 perception. That's always helpful. And we're currently on the out of time mission. Let's go ahead and open up vault doors.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated.
And while that's opening, we could pick up a couple of items over here.
Is anyone alive? Did anyone get out? Everyone's dead.
Like you could pick up this ammo, a couple of more rounds in there, another vault suit. Should be everything. Using the Pip-Boy light right now to see a little bit better. So we are playing as a female character, and we'll utilize sneak and melee primary as our primary weapon choice. But we also will utilize sniping when necessary. Gives you an opportunity here to change anything that you don't like yet, like your appearance or your loadout. But since we're just playing for fun a little bit, might keep this, who knows. Really, it's just a matter of support if y'all want me to continue this run. But we're ready to leave the vault. Yeah, awesome.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing.
So here we are, about 30 minutes into the walkthrough. Finally leaving the vault. Finally off of the rails a little bit. I like to cut out these loading screens. So it looks like we found the classical radio. Let's turn that on. See what it sounds like. Oh, we have Diamond City Radio too. All stations have a broadcast range. The further down you get from their source, the harder they'll be to pick up. Let's try Diamond City Radio. Don't really hear anything. Let's try classical radio. Straw pillow. Hey, we need that. Molotov cocktail and Rad-X. Rad-X is a way to reduce the amount of radiation you take. Let's take a look at these Molotov cocktails. So if you equip them, you can somehow throw them. Forget how. Let's try this. Nope, that's not it. No, I'll figure it out. Don't want to waste one anyway. There is another thing here that we can look at and pick up a couple items, like our first Nuka-Cola. You know how much I love picking up Nuka-Colas, and how much I love picking up random crap too. That's kind of my thing. Got some purified water there. Prepare for the future. This is probably not the future that she expected at all. Desk fans usually have a lot of stuff that you can scrap from them. Get our first bottle cap here. A couple more coffee cups. Don't forget the switchblade in the computer. That's everything there. Here are the people that were unfortunate and did not get a seat in the vault. All right, pick up these silt beans here. We're using the chemistry station a whole lot to make some money and to use for our own purposes. These blood leaves. Was there 5 or 6? No, I think there's just 4 or 5 there. Of course, you use the left shift, you can sprint. And here we are, back at Sanctuary. Looks a little bit different now. Discovered Sanctuary. It's a lot different than we remember. Let's talk to Codsworth real quick. Get everything rolling.
As I live and breathe. Oh,
it really is me.
You.
Codsworth, what happened to the world?
The world, Mum? Well, besides our geraniums still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around here. Things will be so much more exciting with you and Sir back. Where is your better half, by the by?
They came into the vault. Maybe you saw them. They had guns and strange outfits.
Only Miss Rosa's boy, running around in his Halloween costume, more than a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised. Not like you, Mum. You're the perfect mother. And Sir is, where is Sir, by the by?
Says manual, quick saving, and most autosaves are disabled since we're playing on survival.
He's in a better place.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What? Are you sure?
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
Alright, so it's yellow, and that's our first speech check. Yellow is the easiest, orange is a little bit intermediate, and red is hard.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car, how do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Alright, so the Hi Honey holotape was this given to us.
A holotape? What's on it?
I believe it's a private message for you. My etiquette protocols would not permit me to play it for myself. Any standard holotape reading device should be able to play it back. Oh, like that Pip-Boy on your arm. That should work brilliantly. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet.
Have you seen anything dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, Mum. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate?
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, Mum.
Alright, so we'll follow Codsworth around the neighborhood, see if we can find any bloat flies or rad roaches we could take care of.
Something's a peekaboo.
Of course, the neighborhood is in complete disarray. We're at one of the bloat flies there. Let's see if we can get some XP here. See, there should be. I thought there was one more. Codsworth must have got it.
My senses are picking up movement in another house. Follow me. So
apparently there's a couple more that we need to take care of. Of course, we're playing more of a melee type character. That's why I'm not using a gun right here. Oh, cool little jump there.
Apparently decided we were too much. What's all the sound here?
Cha. Put this other one here too.
I dare say I'm slightly disappointed.
Oh, I guess Codsworth killed it too.
Miss Diana, your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they?
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Concord, Mum? Are your people there? And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
There's still people alive in Concord?
Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighborhood, and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and...
Alright, so the map is updated. We got the quest to investigate Concord. Here is Concord, and we're currently here at Sanctuary. Out of Time is the current quest we're doing, investigate Concord, and we're just starting out the game. So, but we've picked up 51 pieces of junk. If you know me, that's right on par there. So that's where we're at. Here's the loadout. Went 9 strength, 9 agility, since we're playing more of a stealth type melee character. We're going to have to be pretty careful on how we play this game because our health is not very high at all. Let's pick up this shadeless table lamp. We're going to need that to build a generator and a water purifier. Let's go over to our house over here. And we're going to pick up the Your Special book and also this yellow table lamp. You can find the Your Special book underneath Sean's old changing table. Now, I'm going to use the 1 point that we get in luck. Let's check out to see if we have an upgrade. We don't just yet, so we're still level 1.
I'm coming, sweetheart.
Let's pick up this lamp also, blue table lamp. The reason I'm picking up lamps is you can get copper from it. We need that. Let's pick up the first magazine that we'll pick up in this game, Grognak the Barbarian.
Bingo.
It says critical hits with unarmed or melee attacks permanently do plus 5% damage. So the more we can get of that type of magazine, the better. We can do a whole lot of damage with melee. Let's check out the workstation over here, workshop. Workshop allows you to build, adjust, and remove nearby objects. And we're going to be using this a whole lot to remove things like the tires in the neighborhood, the concrete, things like that. But more immediately, we're going to use it to build a water purifier so that we get some clean water and get that as soon as possible. Clear up a little bit of the crap in the water down here. Some ruined houses, stuff like that. Picnic table. That picnic table had 20 wood. Dang, that must be a lot of the that has 30 wood. Maybe it's a cumulative thing. Like that wood wasn't just in that. It was all the other things we picked up or scrapped, I mean. Okay, it looks a little bit cleaner than it did. Let's see if we can clear this tire out. And we can. Sweet. The more things we can clear out, the better. Get this refrigerator door randomly sitting under the bridge. Can we... yeah, we can scrap this too. Now we're taking a little bit of rad damage, but it's okay. It's okay. Smoke on the water there. That's cool. Let's get this fella. And that should be okay for right now, except for this tire and this thing over here. As you know, these games bring out the OCD tendencies that I have. It's like I want to pick up everything and make it as clean as possible. Alright, so let's build ourselves a generator. We have enough for this, and we also want a water purifier. So let's plop down a whatchamacallit, a floor, not roof. We're going to plop down a floor for it to sit on. It takes a little bit of wood and concrete, but that's okay. And let's see if we can kind of plop it in here. Somewhere around there. That works. Although it is floating in the air, I don't like that. What about there? That works for me. So we can add a generator on top, but first let's add the water purifier. So we go to resources, water. Could do the second one. It produces 10, it requires 4. Or the third one here, we have produces 10, but only requires 2 energy. So we have 4 copper, that's great. Let's go with this one. Put it out here a little bit in the water. And we leveled up. I want to turn this bad boy around. I didn't mean to do that. Let's scrap this fella. Hungry fella. And now we're out of copper. Great. It's okay. It's okay. We can pick up some more in our travels. No worries at all. It's because if we go back to generator, that was my bad. We need some copper. That's okay. So what we're going to do is forego scrapping this whole neighborhood, but kind of just scrap a couple of big things like the house to our left so that we can use this area as staging for all the workbenches, stuff like that. There we go. A lot cleaner. That works. Get this out of the way. And we'll go back later on and clear out the rest of this crap. Right now I kind of want to get back to the action. Of course there's a couple of rad roaches over here, so let's bring out our handy dandy weapon here. Where are you, rad roach? No, you're somewhere. There you are. Cha! This is on survival difficulty. I'm just utilizing bats a whole lot. As much as I can. Plan to store up that crit that we could use a little bit later on. That should be all the rad roaches. Let's cook up 1 or 2. So that we can have some health on our side. Got 16 rad roaches. We can make a couple more grilled rad roach. Doesn't it just sound so good? Grilled rad roach. Blah. Alright, we also leveled up, so let's go ahead and use that. Our first perk that we generally want to do is this Idiot Savant perk. It says, you're not stupid, just different. Randomly receive ×3 XP from any action. The lower your intelligence, the greater the chance. So we're at 1 intelligence. We can really rack up some XP faster than we normally would. Like so. Awesome. Let's go behind this house and pick up the chemistry lab. While we're back here, we'll scrap a couple of these things. Like so. Kind of want to break up the scrapping of everything so it's not like hours on end of me just going through the neighborhood and doing random crap. Because I know that's not the most entertaining thing, but it's generally what I would do if I was playing solo. But if you want me to go slower, I definitely will do that too. Alright, let's move the weapons workbench over here. Don't have a whole lot that we can work on just yet. But I like them all in a row, and we could build shelter and things like that. You can go nuts with it. Couple more things to get before we head out. I want to go to the house all the way down here next to this ruined house. We can pick up some mut fruit behind it, wild mut fruit that we could plant, and that's a good source of food if we need it. Let's go down to the root cellar. The root cellar. The warrant. Okay. Couple things down here we could use. You know I love my tin cans. Got to pick up the tin cans for no reason at all. But in this game, you actually have a reason to pick up all this crap. Some Rad-X. Power relay coil. That's great. Some dog tags. So maybe, just maybe, we could pick up a little bit more copper while we're down here. Some gold bars. That's nice. And we don't have... the reason you can't open that right now is our perception's not high enough, and we actually don't have the perk needed to open it. So a little bit more involved with opening lockpicks and Fallout 4 as opposed to Fallout 3. I've had a couple of questions about whether or not I would play Fallout New Vegas, and for sure, like I definitely want to play Fallout New Vegas. If you're just now joining or watching, I've pretty much got Fallout 3 licked. I've got a video that's going to update or upload tonight, and the next video after that is actually the end of the normal game, so I can start on the DLC. And after that, we'll kind of just go around and explore a little bit. But the end of the Fallout 3 game is gonna our walkthrough is gonna happen pretty soon. So that's something to be excited about. Let's pick up this bag. Got a pipe pistol and some 38 rounds. Now at this point, we can pretty much just start loading things into our workbench to clear out. That way we can go explore Concord if we wanted to, or the Red Rocket. A couple more bobby pins, that's good. We'll store all of our junk. Go to weapons. Keep one 10mm pistol with this. Does a little bit more damage than the pipe pistol. Keep that. We'll store our jumpsuits, Vault 111 jumpsuits that are new. We're going to keep our wedding ring with us. It's kind of like a remembrance. Oh, sweet, we did pick up antibiotics. Because on this difficulty, you can get illnesses from eating things, and yeah, so it's a whole lot to consider when playing on survival difficulty. That's good. Put up this burnt magazine folder and Grognak the Barbarian for right now. Put the Your Special book in there, and let's listen to the Hi Honey holotape. It's under miscellaneous.
Hi, honey. Listen, I don't think Sean and I need to tell you how great of a mother you are, but we're going to anyway. You were kind and loving and funny, that's right, and patient. So patient. Patience of a saint, as your mother used to say. Look, with Sean and us all being at home together, it's been an amazing year, but even so, I know our best days are yet to come. There will be changes, sure. Things we'll need to adjust to. I'll rejoin the civilian workforce. You'll shake the dust off your law degree. But everything we do, no matter how hard, we do it for our family. Now say goodbye, Sean. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye, honey. We love you.
Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone call that I needed to take. So we're making our way to the Red Rocket here, to where we're going to meet one of my favorite companions in all of Fallout series. This is Greet the dog. Who's this?
Hey boy, what are you doing out here all by yourself? You lose your owner, buddy? Okay then, let's stick together.
Awesome. So we have a companion now, Dogmeat. And you can tell Dogmeat to go pick up random things. And sometimes he'll just find them for you. What'd you find, bud? Did you find some stim packs? Sweet. Thank you, good boy. And he does the happy dance, wagging his tail. He's a happy dog. About to face off against some mole rats, so I'm getting prepared for that. Thank you, bud. Finding all sorts of good stuff. Pipe pistol, duct tape, fuse. Let's see if we can take on these mole rats if they show up. You hear me? I'm not scared anymore. Maybe I have to entice them by turning my back. Yep, that did it. Just had to turn around. And they were like, okay. She turned around. Fresh meat. Fresh meat, boys. Hacha! Hacha! Come on! 0% chance to hit. No, that's disgusting. That's gross. We got this crit 2 that we could use. Saving it for something. Don't know what. Good job. Way to go, dog meat. Is that all of them? I think it is. Good job, bud. You can cook these up. Have a little bit more meat to go around. Awesome. So let's store it. Some crap. We could build here as well as Sanctuary Hills. So if we can scrap everything and come up with a good game plan on how to tie these two together to where they're sharing the same supplies, we really could be rocking and rolling then. So let's transfer items, store all junk, store a couple of things in here, and let's build ourselves a bed. How about it? So let's go into the build menu, see what we need to build a bed. Bed. If you build a sleeping bag, you can only sleep for 3 hours in it. So we need a couple of things of cloth. It just so happens that newspaper is a good source of cloth. There's a couple of newspapers we can scrap. They'll only give you 1 cloth a piece, but still, that's all we need. Scrap that. And that. And that should get us the cloth that we need to build. So let's go over here, and it looks like we could build 1 bed. So I'm going to randomly place it here. It's not going to stay there for any reason, but we just need it to save. So I want to save our progress up to this point. It's 5:20 p.m. Let's go ahead and sleep for 12 hours. That way it can be bright outside whenever we take on this next area. Good old Concord. There we go. It's still a little dark out. Let's have ourselves some purified water and something to eat. How about some grilled radroach meat? Yummy, yummy. In my tummy. Let's get some purified water. Yummy, yum. Properly hydrated. So now let's make our way down into Concord, and I want to see if we can listen to the radio. Bup radio. Get my Pip-Boy working here. Why no working? No matter. Take out some of these blood bug hatchlings. One of my least favorite enemies in the game. They are awful. It looks like I got splattered with something. Not cool, man. Not cool. Got some Brahmin meat too. Also, you're carrying around a coffee cup, or was that just randomly laying in the ground there? Don't have very much in protection as far as clothes. We discovered Concord. Could wear that drifter outfit. This does 5 damage resistance. Let's put on our drifter outfit. It is better. Look how cool and badass it makes us. That's awesome. So we're about to go into a pretty populated area. We need to be as careful as possible. Dog meat. Come here, bud.
Hey.
I want you to stay right here. Thank you. the reason I want Dogmeat to stay there is because we're about to fight a whole lot of people, and I don't want Dogmeat to get hurt and me have to get out in the middle of all of it to save Dogmeat. So we took care of that guy. Do we see any other enemies nearby? Bottle cap. So got a couple of pieces of armor that we could put on. Left leg, right leg. And some reason the Drifter outfit. I understand now. Let's put our Drifter outfit back on. Let's go over here. See what kind of outfit she has. Got the harness. See what that looks like. So harness, that and that. It'll work for right now. Really just need some damage protection. It's got them pinned down there. I thought that mannequin was another person. Is it just these two?
Cover me.
Let's take out this raider first, so that we can hide around here. Where's the other one? In the wall, evidently. Whoa! That was weird. Like glitched into the wall and jumped. That was super creepy.
Here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
It's like we took a shot to our neck. It's pretty gnarly. Alright, so let's pick up the laser rifle here. Got a couple more things that we can pick up. Radstag hide outfit. So we optionally took the laser musket. Let's pick up a couple of these things, see how much we have. Yeah, we can carry a lot more. And I'll take it somewhere that we could just dump off the stuff. Random auto pistol there. That way we don't have to go all the way back to where we were. Oh, here's another person. To the red rocket so that we don't have to go back and forth, do all that crap. Some caps here. Alright, let's see what we got. Leather left arm, leather chest piece, sweet. Some long johns to see how that looks. Pretty rustic. What else we have? Harness, 1 damage resistance versus long johns. Does 1. That does 1. Raider left arm. We already have a leather left arm. Road leathers. Yeah, buddy. There she is. There she is. Okay. So let's put a lot of this crap into this toolbox. And I'm actually going to put this sack hood on us because it adds protection, 5 protection that we could use. Even though it looks a little weird, you can use it. We'll come back and pick up the stuff later. Gonna keep... Should I keep the laser musket? Yeah, just in case. Put the gas hood there, harnesses, drifter outfit. Put all this stuff until we know we've got everything. Left arm, we already got 1. Sweet. I feel good about that. Now, do do I want to take dog meats or no? Yeah, I want to take them with us. Just in case. Whatcha? Good boy, dog meat. Good boy.
Hey. Come on.
Good boy. Alright. Are we ready to take on the Museum of whatchamacallit? Freedom? Look how cool that is. I think we are. Let's do it. The big fight between the death claws is what I'm worried about on survival difficulty, but we got to do it at some point. Problem is, if you die, you have to repeat all this stuff, so maybe we could do it stealthily somehow. This guy up there fighting.
No more British occupation.
Of course, these are scenes from American history. This is the shot heard around the world. Started the revolution. Boston Tea Party. We are in Boston, by the way, in this game. So there's that guy. We'll see if we can take him out stealthily. We got a couple of XP, more XP for that, since we're got the Idiot Savant perk. While we're down here, let's pick up whatever's in this toolbox. It's cool. And we're ready to take on these mofos. I love this gameplay of stealth melee. I think it's awesome. Nice. But remember, we desperately lack what we need as far as protection, so we've got to be really careful. The blood on the freaking security baton there. Alright, we got to level up, and I'm going to use it on Blitz. The reason I'm doing that is because you can use VATS to increase the range of your melee attacks, and it says significantly, and I agree. It's very helpful. One of the reasons I went with agility to 9. See, you can attack, get them all the way from across the room. How handy that is. Where's the other guy? There you are. Running away from us. Not today, Sonny. Not today. Take your crap. Again, we'll come back and pick up the randomness that we might have missed.
Who's there?
Saw a raider back there. Right in the kisser. A little bit more Idiot Savant perk there. Look how far away we were. Let's use this crit. Ja. Oh, okay, there's another one. Look how far away we are with Blitz, so we can still use our bats. It's well worth it. I think so. Hey everyone.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
I love this sack code.
Minutemen? So now I'm traveling backward in time.
Protect the people at a minute's notice. That was the idea. So I joined up, wanted to make a difference. And I did, but things fell apart.
That ain't it.
Now it looks like I'm the last Minuteman left standing.
Who are these people?
Just folks looking for a new home, a fresh start. I've been with them since Quincy. Lexington looked good for a while, but the ghouls drove us out of there. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. It's just me, the Longs, Marcy and June. That's old Mama Murphy on the couch. And this here is Sturgis.
Hey.
Ghouls? What are ghouls?
Wow. You really aren't from around here, are you? Ghouls are irradiated people. Most are just like you and me. They look pretty messed up and live for a long time, but they're still just people. The ones I'm talking about are different. The radiations rotted their brains, made them feral. They'll rip you apart just as soon as look at you. Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But, well, we do have one idea.
Well, let's hear it.
Sturgis, tell her.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war.
For some reason subtitles
Might
get
have
messed
seen
up
it.
here.
Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of Cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
What makes that power armor so special?
A Westech internalized servo system, that's what. Inside that baby, super is the new normal. You'll be stronger, tougher, resistant to rads, and get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Oh, I dig.
And I can use the minigun like a rifle.
Don't see why not. It'll have a manual trigger. Just aim it at the bad guys and do the old spray and pray. Now, as for the armor, it's out of juice. Probably has been for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
So what's the solution?
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC. A standardized fusion core. Your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement. Locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
Can't be too hard. I'll see what I can do.
Well, all
that
right.
psycho is crazy.
Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
A couple of things here. You can pick up this Robco Fun, and you get the Atomic Command holotape game. Also, don't forget the Perception bobblehead.
Yes.
Your perception has been permanently increased by 1. Only through observation will you perceive weakness.
Did find us some help. Just look at ya.
Alright, let's go and pick up this thing that they're wanting. All the way down here. That took some HP from us. So let's go ahead and heal up if we can, get something to eat. Some beans with that, purified water. Now let's take our first stim pack. When you take a stim pack on this difficulty, it makes you thirsty. So you gotta use that. So let's go ahead and unlock this computer terminal. Alright, so we got the hacking minigame, just similar to what we've seen in other Fallout games. Let's just start with roles. So in this case, none of the letters are in the right sequence. So we could do since, and none of the letters are in the right sequence for that too. So we know right off that names would not be the right one, nor signs, because roles had 0. Along the way, you can go through each individual line of code and find ones that, like this, to remove bad guesses or replenish your guesses. So, eagle. Nope, that wouldn't be, because we had names, right? No, we did sense. So signs would not be right. Eagle is not right because rolls, and fix not right. That's not right. Maybe. Yep, there we go. That worked. So we can either unlock the security gate from here, or you could get more HP by unlocking it yourself. So we got the same lockpick minigame that you have in most of the Fallout games since Fallout 3. Pick up the fusion core, which is the objective that we were looking for. It's what we needed. We're going to pick up some mongrel dog meat for some reason. And we'll see. Pick up some shotguns, shells, and I'm actually going to call it a video right here. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will record again sometime later.